Now next tonight, an historic watermill in Somerset has begun producing its own spelt flour, continuing a tradition which dates back to the Doomesday Book.
The mill at the National Trust's Dunster Castle is kept running with the help of volunteers, and Bob Cruz went along to one of their regular milling days.
For hundreds of years, the power of the water has been used in Dunster for milling flour. Now the historic watermill in the grounds of Dunster Castle is once again grinding spelt, an ancient grain. The mill is open to the public so visitors can see it in action, and a lucky few even get the chance to get involved.
This is the important lever. This is the one which diverts the water over the wheels and starts them turning. So here we go.
This 18th century mill has 2 overshot water wheels. There aren't many like this still working. When it was given to the National Trust in the 1970s, it was in a fairly poor state and needed significant restoration. Today, with the help of volunteers, it's still doing what's been done here for centuries.
So many years. It goes back to 1086. Mills were first mentioned in the Doomesday Book here. So there's a long tradition of milling in Dunster, and we're keeping that tradition going and keeping it alive.
And it feels like the building came to life when I got to pull that lever. Does it? Do you think about it like that, or you just take it for granted?
No, exactly. Because during the week we'll tend to run it when we're not milling, just run the wheels, and it's very silent. There's nothing. But once these millstones start to rub together and they do their grinding, it just comes alive. The whole place, exactly like you say. We can feel the vibration of the floor now.
They normally grind wheat flour. The spelt grain they're milling is a new addition, an old relation of wheat with a distinctive nutty flavour. Its high fibre and slow release energy was prized by the Roman army, who used it for their marching bread. The spelt they're milling here was grown by Roger Saul on his Sharpham Park estate near Glastonbury. They mill it themselves using the 21st century equivalent of this mill. So this is like going back in time.
It's a revelation. It's so exciting to see how it would have been done, and just feeling the way the old grist mill does it, the French burr millstones, which really retains all of the goodness, the protein and everything in that flour, which is so special. We've been through so many health fads, haven't we, recently, as we try and find our way through today to what should we be eating, and gut health has become probably one of the biggest subjects today. And remember, when you stone mill something, you're retaining everything, all the goodness in the grain, right down to the micronutrients.
The spelt flour they're making here is bagged up for sale in the shop on site, alongside the 10 tonnes of wheat flour they produce each year. They may increase the number of spelt milling days if demand for the flour is high, keeping ancient tradition alive with an ancient grain. Bob Cruz, ITV News, Dunster.